Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Oddities. We
Hi.
I breathed wrong.
Bless you.
Ah,
Life is pain.
life can be dream.
We're tired.
Ah.
He's dying. I don't even know what the deal is with the other guy.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody.
He just nods.
Same.
That's
So-
true. You don't know.
Same.
Who isn't tired these days?
You can see the bags under my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You go shopping with those.
I just thought you hauled your luggage around.
Oh.
That
So, welcome to yet another episode of the Oddities campaign. We're going to be getting into it just a minute. Before we do, quick shout out to our Patreon. If you want to support us on there, the more support we get, the more cool stuff we can do, and the more often we can do them. So yeah, and you get some cool stuff like a permanent discount and everything in our merch store at the highest tier, as well as exclusive Discord access. You can play some games with us on stream here and there. And then, also, like I said, we're just working on some big old projects out in the background, so keep an eye out for those. Andrew, do you got anything you want to share with the class?
I have some things, but I think I would rather show them when they're already uploaded to the website.
Okay.
I made some new merch stuff, but I'll showcase it probably in the next episode or the one after.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, that is just about everything. So let's go ahead, roll that intro. So, last we left off, the Oddities had finished their shopping, finding a nice little supplier of alchemical goods that is usually much harder to find, but given the pointers, Reikos should be able to find these suppliers rather than his direct competitors to buy from, given some tips and tricks on where to look. And upon completing that, you notice the strange bird following you again, keeping an eye on you. You're able to deduce that it was a familiar with the help of Ivor. And you decided to go about your business, making your way up to the Alexandrite mine, where a deal had been made with the jeweler for Belden and the Oddities to clear out the Alexandrite mine, and in exchange, what gems were you getting in exchange again?
Let me see if I took notes. I don't think I did.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the ones I wanted had weird names. So even if
I got silver.
wait.
Alrighty.
Ah! No, I have the ones that I got, but not the ones he
Let me
got.
look it up.
Oh yeah, you had Uperlite. That's
Yeah,
right.
that was the weird one I couldn't remember. But yeah, I have the shapes and the gems.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm all good. Oh, no, I wasn't that far from dying. Wait, I was. I don't know anymore.
Well, I mean, in the meantime, we can keep doing our intro. We don't have to wait for
Yeah.
Bentley.
But yeah, so you
Not a
made your
test.
way you made
I
your
should've
way back through just outside of town to the different mines and quarries that were out there. And you eventually found your way to the Alexandrite mine with the brilliant blue crystals. And as you entered, there was a strange demon waiting inside. But before you could engage it in combat, it seemed to vanish from view. And a man who seemed to be disappointed with you entered in, saying things like he'd rather wait until you were better, that you wouldn't make good puppets. Getting tired of it, you guys initiated combat, in which he employed
Nice.
several. He employed several of his so-called puppets, including that demon that you saw, and you were able to finally kill him, as well as dispatch of his puppets, at the cost of the staff of the Python, which had been shattered by the puppet of the demon. And as the battle had finished, you came face to face with several more copies of the same man, each having a different personality, before they vanished before your eyes, leaving you alone in this cave. So, Oddities, as your wounds ache and the dust of the puppets, what used to be the puppets, lay scattered around you, the Alexandrite mine cleared. The time is now yours.
Now, question. I was dragging the body. Did it turn to dust? Did it like disappear as well, or do I still have the body in my hands?
You still have the body.
Okay. What the hell was that? Well, first, are you all right?
I'm okay. They just had me running around the whole damn cave.
Kind of rush over because I don't hear ghosts and you're behind the rock. Are you all right?
He just sees her slowly just picking up the broken staff,
Ah,
and you can see visible heat waves coming off of her.
are you feeling okay? Where's Ivor?
Let's go.
reach down and try and grab the ring that he was kept on trying to pull off the body. He had a ring and a necklace that he kept on touching.
You can certainly do that.
I thought you were going to say you could certainly try and be like, oh no.
Is there anything else of interest in this corpse in my hands?
Not that you notice. Unless you want to make some rolls for it.
I want to try. Devin.
You don't notice anything. And no,
Well,
he did
so
not
I-
have an amulet.
Oh, okay. I thought he had an amulet. But he did have a ring that he was using.
Yep.
I was originally, when I grappled him, I was going to force the ring off of his hand, and then he teleported. So I was going to try and do. Alright, so I'll take that and pocket it. Alright. Looking at the two, how do you two look? Not good. Okay.
Just, I mean, I look all right.
Let's say I'm about a 17 out of a 48.
It's oddly specific.
What?
I don't know why you would use that chart.
I don't know why you would think it's so specific. I mean, it's just a random number in a random series of numbers.
Good. Well, in that case, we'll just keep going then.
Okay.
All right. So you walk out of the cave back into the crisp, cold air.
You know, I really think we should talk about what just happened in there.
Ghost just keeps walking.
He'll kind of let her walk ahead a little bit and then, like, go back with Belden. And just be like, if we waited 5 more seconds, I would have swung first.
I don't know why he got under my skin so much. The worst part is it doesn't seem we even killed him. There's 3 more.
Well, do you think they're just brothers? I mean, they look exactly the same. Different
guess
personality types, but
it's
you know,
possible.
I've heard of twins and triplets. Perhaps there's just 4 of them.
I guess it's possible, but they didn't seem
That's
upset
sad
that we killed him.
I think Puppet is more likely. Magic of origin. Once Ghost comes down, we can ask her. Also, I'm going to slide over a small potion of healing over to Belden, and then it'd be like, for when she inevitably burns you.
Thanks.
He'll just kind of chuckle and then just keep walking.
Could also be like, for your face.
So it's not that far of a walk to get back into the city proper. Just a short ways. Where the light snow turns to rain once more.
I think I'm gonna head to the magic shop, or to the magic wizard's place first. Because that order should be done by now.
You guys,
Also, ulterior motives.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably follow along to that.
You already picked up the order.
Oh, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought we didn't. I thought we were.
We were gonna do it when
we
we
were-
got back.
Yeah, we went and did the mines first.
Yeah, we
and
did
then
the
we were
mines
gonna grab
first.
everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it was going to still take a couple of hours for my stuff to finish. So we decided we'd get it all in one fell swoop after we're done.
Okay. So, you head over to the Wizard's Tower. And you walk up, knock on the door, and once again, that little gnome answers the door. Gnome answers the door. Oh, yes, hello. Hi. I suppose you're here to get that. If you just wait one moment, I can grab that, I can grab your work order for you.
Is there any way I can speak to the wizard again?
If you really want to, he's not the best at conversing.
All I need to say is fix it.
All right. Don't be disappointed, though. And she lets you in. And as you guys get let in, let me just go like this. Do. So, as you enter in, you're once again led into that opening room. Where those couches are set up. And she gestures to you, Rakos, and she's like, well, your work order is right there, in the corner, and you see the barrel with, like, the runes on it are, like, a deep red, and it's got, like, that backpack style with it. So you now have a shrinking barrel. And she's like, and so she looks between you, and she kind of like goes back and forth between you, and then she's like, give me a moment, I'll try to see if I can get him to come downstairs. And she disappears up the stairs. And you just hear muffled talking. Then it gets louder. And turns into arguing.
Oh no.
And then you hear as the wizard tumbles down the stairs. And crashes down at the bottom.
I love her.
Ugh.
So great.
Fine. He gets up. I already did what you wanted.
And Ghost will pull out the staff and just be like, can you fix this?
Yes. I can put two pieces of a stick together. It's a cantrip. It's super easy.
It's an enchanted staff. It summons a snake.
He takes a look at the staff. Nah, this thing's fucked. And he drops it on the table. I mean, you could put it back together and... I mean, it's got the makeup of something that can hold an enchantment, but... enchantment's gone. It's done. It's done deal. Done.
I'm gonna wait outside. And I'm just gonna step out.
you just see us standing there, huh? And you just see Belden. Ew. Well, at least put it back together, please.
He goes and puts the two bits together and just casts the mending cantrip. There. Is that all?
Unless you somehow know the location of another enchantment exactly like the one I had.
No.
Thought so. And she'll leave with the staff.
Yeah, and he goes and he goes back upstairs.
Thank you for the barrel.
Meh. So you go back outside after having picked up your picked up your barrel and mending your now. It's just a normal quarterstaff now.
Is there still snow on the ground?
It's more like slush.
No, it's vapor.
It's just heating up around
Yep, just
Ghost.
sizzling with every step. Oh, I as a player am really sad. That's really sad. I didn't know the enchantment itself would just be gone for good.
Now you got a cool souvenir.
You can enchant it again.
Belden from like 100 feet away. Was he able to fix it?
He'll get his staff to the face. Nah. She
Nah.
doesn't do anything to Belden.
I actually did kind of step out. Right goes to be like, alright. I know you're not in the right mood right now, Ghost, but where might I find the I know we still need to go pick up your jewelry and your gems, but where might I find a courier?
That way. 2 buildings down to the left.
Can we go stop by there first before we head over
Yep.
to the start heading over?
So, you head over to the couriers, and it's an open place. It's not like a place you go into. It's like an open, bustling area, and you see like carrier birds and all this kind of stuff, all going in and out. And as you arrive, there's a kind of younger woman that greets you as you approach. It's like, oh, hi, how can I help you guys?
Yes, I need to send some letters back home, back to the Rookwind tribe, and I have the letters. I just need something to bind them up with, and then do you happen to have any like packing paper or anything of the sort?
Oh, yes, we can pack it for you for a small fee.
Oh, perfect. How much?
It's an extra silver.
Okay. And to send these, and he'll pull out. One is like a big, thick stack, and it just says Mira on the top. And then the other one is just a couple smaller letters, and it says Rojan on the front. How much to send each of these? I mean, they're going to the same place. They're addressed to different people.
Well, we can do it in a package, and for something that far, it's probably going to run you about 2 gold.
Perfect. And estimated time of arrival?
About 4 to 5 weeks.
That'll do.
At least it's not business months.
Right. So yes, I'd like to send these off, and then also I have a feeling we should send word to Jedediah. Should we tell him to send our carriage up to Northpeak?
That would probably be best.
Because that's where we're heading next, right? Northpeak. So I'll just need to write one quick letter real quick. This one will go to Eritrude.
All right. Yes, we've got stationery over there if you need to. You need to write something down.
Write it down. And then basically sending a letter to Jedediah to tell him to send the carriage and the horses up to North Peak.
Okay.
I would pay him in gold. Whatever it cost. Yeah, so I hand all the different stacks of letters over.
Okay. And that one is going to cost you another 1 gold.
Well, and this is your job or anything, but please take care of these.
Well, yes, of course. It's.
I know. I just have a hard time letting go of things like these.
Well, if you upgrade to our express packet, I'm just kidding. Our premium protection plan. It's only 15 gold a month.
And we're
You paid
15%
for
less
shipping,
likely to burn it.
You paid for shipping, not
On
handling.
purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I just kind of been in the background going through the intro from our last episode. It was a mine of azurite that we were clearing out, and I wanted an alexandrite instead.
That's what it was, yeah. Alexandrite.
Nerd.
It looks awesome though.
Yeah. Looks great.
But yeah, so then I turn. Alright. Send the letters off, and
That's right.
that's all I needed.
Right. So, as you leave this the post office, about now, most of your orders that you have placed from the different areas in the different stores should be done.
Yeah. Because my order, I think, was like gonna be a couple hours.
Yep.
maybe? Yeah. Has it been a couple hours?
Yeah?
Huh. I guess it would take time to get there and then get back. Even though the fight didn't last super long in game time.
Yep. You spent a lot of time walking today.
Ah, great on the joints. So yeah, we can get those next. Yippee. I'm excited. Nothing like jewelry to calm a girl down, I guess. I don't know. Whatever the saying is. If there is one.
So, you got the it was both from that same jeweler where you got the stuff, right?
The jeweler?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was the jeweler.
Yeah, you wanted the cut gems is what you wanted.
Mm-hmm. It was, the custom cut gems.
Yep. Right.
Because I think I bought them. Didn't I buy them raw? No, I didn't.
No, you bought
and
bought
in
them.
bed. You paid for the whole jewelry.
Custom cut and everything. And they're
in the amulet.
And oh, you gave them the amulet?
No. He's cutting them to fit the amulet.
Oh, yeah, cutting them.
He's not embedding them himself because he's not a metal worker. He specifically works with the stones and only the stones.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
And as you enter in, you see the old man that you talked to before perks up from behind the counter. Oh, welcome back, my dear customers. Well, I trust that what we discussed has been fulfilled, judging by your current physical ailments.
It's cleared.
Please don't get too much blood on my floors. Respectfully. But thank you. So I believe you had, it was in exchange for an Alexandrite stone.
Yep, that's correct.
And you see him go and pull out this little lockbox. You see him pull out this little lockbox. And goes, now remind me, did you want uncut or cut?
I would prefer uncut.
Perfect. And he pulls out this raw, uncut stone of this dark, bluish, purplish hue. It's like, and a trade is a trade. I will send out my collectors to begin working in the mine once more shortly. And you, my fine lady, you had these small gems to fit inside your lockets, correct? Are these to your liking? And he pulls out the 2 gemstones that you had requested. And you already paid for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He'll just, examine them for a moment and just be like, they are sufficient. Thank you.
Yes, and while I have you, is there anything else that would be of interest to you?
Just these this time.
Ah, well, you know where to find me then.
I do.
Well, I wish you a fantastic day. Feel free to browse, but I will be getting back to my other work orders. But if you do require my services, then just ring this bell right here at the counter and I will come. And with that, he disappears into the back.
Yeah. She'll pocket the gems. She'll just kind of walk out. There's nothing else for her in there. If they want to stay, they can.
So what do you plan to make of that purple gem?
I don't know
Alexandrite
yet.
is what you called it?
Yeah. I just want something that, I seem to, be in the thick of things. I want something that's, sturdy, that won't crack under some stress. Pummeling things in the face.
May I see it?
Yeah, and I'll just kind of hold the gem out to you.
hold it up to the light and everything. Very nice.
And it like shifts between like a bluish green to like a reddish purple, depending on how the light hits it.
No, obviously I'm no good at tool crafting or anything of the like, but I am very good with metal, so if you ever need anything made, just let me know.
Thank you.
And a back.
Didn't we have a stop back at the blacksmith again?
Yes, I know you were wanting to sell something and I was going to give her my extra armor.
That's right.
Not in good shape. I would feel bad selling it in its current condition.
She'd probably pay top dollar for it.
I'm not about to take advantage of that.
Alrighty. So you're gonna go back to the blacksmith then?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going with them, Ghost, or no?
Hmm?
Okay. You make your way back to the blacksmith once again. You see group of people working. Seems some of them have gone on break, so that less of the forges are currently in use. But you do see the same young woman that you met before. She seems to be selling a couple weapons to what looks like a younger group of adventurers. And is kind of going over the weight and the balance of it and the make, she seems to be giving them pointers on how to properly maintain it with the different oils and things to keep it from rusting.
Wait our turn.
And so after a few minutes, she completes the sale, and as you approach the counter, she looks up. She's just like, "All right, what can I help you with? Welcome back."
Oh, Christy. I realized I left last time without getting rid of this. It's been actually weighing me down. I have some old armor here. You can see it's been through the works, but I wish to part with it.
Oh, can I see it?
Yes, here. And it's just some broken chainmail. It got torn down the side right here.
Oh yeah, it really had a number done on it.
Yes, that's why I made this one.
You see, well, always looking to upgrade, right? Is this one custom made as well?
Yes, it was custom made for me specifically, so it definitely meant more for a one of larger stature.
Well, I could probably restore it. It's a little bit of work.
Feel free to.
Yeah. How much is your asking price?
Oh no, I couldn't sell it to you in that condition.
You're the best. And she like picks it up and like looks at it. Just like, okay. Hold on. And you see she disappears, goes into her office for a bit, then comes back out. All right. I put it to where I could work on it later.
Perfect. And then
My free
Belden,
time.
you said I believe my friend did want to sell something to you though.
Yeah, is there any chance you'd be interested in this? And I hold out some scale mail.
Ooh, some scale mail. It's in pretty good condition. Just a few dents and kinks, but those are easy to buff out. Go ahead and make a... let's see, what would be the best thing for this? Go ahead and make like a persuasion check. Just to kind of see...
A general bartering.
Yeah.
With advantage because Reikos is here and he just gave her some awesome armor for free.
Yes. Actually, yes.
Yay!
Okay, I'll roll again. Then.
Just see if you're getting that.
18 and 21. So 21.
Nice.
Guys.
Well, a set like this, I could probably... It's in really good condition, so I could say I could offer maybe, let's say 35 gold?
No, you've been so accommodating. We'll take 25 for it.
I won't argue with a bargain. I will gladly take this off your hands. And just so you know, the standard price for scale mail is 50 gold.
Okay.
Yeah. So she'll take it from you, and she'll go and she'll count out 25 gold, and then put them in a little coin purse, hand them over to you. Yeah, we'll be able to flip that right away. After, we fix it up a little bit.
I'm glad we can help each other out.
Oh yeah, it's my pleasure.
Well, I think that's all for me. Is there
Right.
anything else you need?
I do wish to make some things at the forge, but I'm too tired for today. After what we just dealt with, I'd rather rest up before I spend the day at the forge.
Oh yeah, it seems like you guys have been through it today.
Well, you should see the other guy.
And she kind of looks at your hammer with the now dried blood all on it. I can imagine. Here, just for your patronage, and she goes and she gives you both armor polishing kits.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Right, well, I think we best go find somewhere to rest. Get later in the day and I'm tired.
All right.
Well, within the next couple of days, Christy, I'll be back.
Well, door's always open for you. We are open 24/7.
Right, well, you have a good rest of your night.
You as well. So, I said we're going to go get some rest.
Yeah.
All right. So you eventually make it back to Tulip's place. And as you enter in, as it's starting to get later in the day, it's bustling. People are there having dinner. Security are walking around. You see that the bar is bustling. And over in the corner, you see Tulip with her pipe in hand as she's flipping through. Looks like she's flipping through some ledgers. She's got her half moon spectacles down at the edge of her nose as she's reading through.
No stopping, no making a comment, no saying hi. The ghost is going straight upstairs.
Okay. How about you two?
I don't know about you, Belden, but I could use a drink.
That sounds wonderful after what we just went through. So yeah, we'll just go to the bar.
And yeah, so as you head up to the bar, there you have a different bartender this time. This time it is a satyr man, as he is flipping the drinks over in his hand, shaking them up. All right. Hey there, lads. Oh, looking a bit rough, are we?
Yeah, give us something strong.
All right. Do you want strong and flavorful, or knock your lights out strong?
Flavorful.
Strong and flavorful. All right. Are we looking for a sweet or a savory?
Savory.
Savory. All right. I've got just what you need over here. And you see he goes over to... he walks around this rotunda a little bit. Reaches up. Grabs this thick, sturdy bottle. Gets these 2 mugs, fills them up, and there's a healthy froth at the top of them. All right, and here you go. Here's some moose horn ale. It seems pretty. It sounds like it's pretty generic, but trust me, the clan that makes these, they know what they're doing. They've got all sorts of things. This is actually a Wander Brew original, so yeah, they've got dozens of stuff, and all their drinks are top shelf.
Take a big swig from it. Oh, it's quite nice.
Really clears out the sinuses.
Belden downstairs. Yes, another, please.
Right, of course. And he's gonna keep pouring you drinks as long as you're drinking them. It's like, and just so you know, that's gonna run you about 5 silver a mug. Like I said, this is top shelf.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep drinking.
and
Keep drinking.
you see, as after a little bit, the somebody goes and hands your bartender a note, flips it open, looks at it. It seems the boss lady would like a word with you.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna slide him over, 3 gold coins. It might not be as much as we've drank, but keep the tip.
I'll do it as well. It is as much as I drank.
Because if they're gonna be like, you never saw this, but it's really just keep the tip. We've got money.
We'll wander over to
Okay.
Tulip's table with my mug I had refilled before I left.
And as you're approaching, for some reason, it feels like you didn't notice this guy at first. As you approach, you see this large bugbear, even bigger than you, Rakos, kind of step in front, and he's got these 2 menacing-looking maces on his belt, and he kind of steps in between you. But before he says anything, you just hear a, "It's fine. I invited them over, Tuller."
Usually.
And
I'm
he's
obviously a little more relaxed.
yeah. Or not Tuller, it's Toller. Sorry. Toller. And
Because he's taller than everyone else.
that's the same energy as, "What am I lacking?"
Yes.
But Yeah, so he steps aside, but you notice he's watching you very closely as you go in. And Tulip doesn't look up from her notes. Well, I was able to do some digging. You said you wanted to get down into the tunnels below the city, specifically the plumbing infrastructure for the hot springs. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, I can get you. Well, they do weekly inspections on everything, and I can get you added to the list of inspectors, of course. Complete with IDs and everything.
Subterfuge.
One of the auditors owes me one of the inspectors owes me a favor.
And what would we owe you?
Now that is a good question. What sort of things can you offer me?
Depends on what you're wanting. I mean, it could be as simple as find XYZ for me, take care of XYZ. Or here's some money, or here's some trade work, or I don't know, what is it that you're interested in?
Well, the favor of a plumbing inspector can only get me so far. But if I could trade in a favor from him for a favor from you, that's a whole nother level of useful to me.
Ghost seems to trust you, so I think that's a worthy trade.
Well then, a favor to be called in at the moment of my choosing. To be done on my timetable. Do we have a deal?
Of equal value, or lesser. For instance, getting me in to do this is one thing, but I'm not going to go kill a king for you. I'm not saying that's what you want or anything, but one thing is obviously more valuable than the other.
Oh, yes. Something of equal simplicity or value.
That seems fair. What do you think, Belden?
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Ghost agrees.
You don't know what you're getting into. I don't either. But
Well,
it seems fun.
if that is the case, then I will call in this favor of mine. Inspection is tomorrow.
So soon. All right, Belden, put down your drink, and I'll just like knock it out of your hand. I'm obviously a little tipsy. Sorry. We can't be drinking too much.
Don't you worry. There's not really anybody you have to convince. All you have to do is look important.
Oh, that's easy.
We have ghosts with us.
Exactly.
That'll
why
be
it's
easy.
Well, it would probably the best sort of cover story is to go in under the guise of Ghost as maybe a potential investor. And you lot are her security detail.
That before.
It's worked in the past.
But I'll
Doesn't
leave
sound too far from the truth.
But I'll leave the details up to you. At the very least, I can get you clearance. getting in there. The meeting location is about 4 blocks to the west of here, in a small office, and there Isaac will be able to take you down into the pipeworks.
Perfect. You said his name was Isaac?
That is correct, yes.
Meet with Isaac tomorrow near the pipeworks. Sure, Ghost knows where that is.
There's a dingy little sign outside his office.
It's easier. I guess, yes, there's nothing unbeknownst or anything shady. It's just a man doing his job who owes a favor.
What a change of pace.
It's been a really long past couple of weeks. This is an interesting change of pace.
Well, that seems to be quite the normality for you adventurers. One minute you're going, the next you're in a cubicle. Alright, I've got work to do. You can move along.
Hey, I've got one more question for you.
And what would that be?
Say you had an enchanted item. Do you know of any way that enchantment can be recovered if the item were broken?
And has the power to imbue it. That's your trouble.
So how inclined are you magically?
Most of my talents are more utilitarian.
Does this look familiar to you? I'm going to pull out the ring that I pulled from the dead body and set it on the table. Knowing you, you're going to find out soon enough anyway, so I might as well tell you myself. You encountered I assume to be a hitman or some sort, who was, bored. At least, that's the best way to describe him. But he was using this ring to bring forth, like, these dusk puppet things.
She leans forward. I think it's well established that I don't offer my services for free.
Which is why I was offering information, but... Alright. Oh well, I'll take the ring. And pocket it again.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope, that'll be it.
No. If you would, I have taxes I need to get done.
Right. Thank you, Toller.
Hmm.
And walk past. Kind of nod at him and walk past.
Just
And Toller, the last thing Toller hears is Reiko's mumbling to Belden, "Sorry about your drink. I didn't mean to spill it like that."
You didn't have to knock it out of my hand.
I know, I'm sorry. But hey, we're both done. We're both done. Alright, now we're both done.
All right. So, you eventually retire up to the suite.
Is Ghost just like on a couch, or is she like in a room
she's
shut?
in her room.
Well, she's a private person, but at what point do you think she'll calm down enough to talk?
Hopefully after some sleep. If you need anything, bang on the door real loud. It's gonna be barred.
Right. Kung, 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 kung. Ghost. Can we talk?
Second shoot, ritual casting only takes about like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she probably would have, as soon as possibly could, ritual casted Find Familiar to get Ivor back.
Okay.
And
I'm going to my room and locking doors.
and he'll just hear, yes? What do you want?
Not through the door.
Hear the lock. And then the door slowly opens. And she's just like holding Ivor like a plushie. just in her arm. Not tightly.
Just
Not that tightly.
He's just like,
She's just
just limp.
she has him supported.
I know, he's just like kind of
He's like
dangling.
a good cat owner.
You can tell Ragos is a little tipsy. He's swaying back and forth a little bit.
You want to talk to me now?
Don't like to go to sleep angry if I don't have to. I'm not angry or anything. I just... No, I appreciate it. If the roles were reversed.
You?
When we first met, no, but at this point, yes. I think we've been through enough together that I don't mind. You know we wouldn't have made it out of that cave. He wouldn't have let us walk.
I don't know. You would have swung if he hadn't.
Within the next 6 seconds, I would have swung, yes.
I guess as much.
I'm sorry about your staff, for what it's worth.
Just a snake.
But you shouldn't take it out on Belden.
I didn't.
Well, he thinks you have. You and I both know you're an intense person.
I won't argue.
But at least let him know that you won't burn his face off. Because right now his door is currently barred. But maybe let him know in the morning, just for fun.
Or maybe not, just for fun.
Yeah. But either way, I just didn't want to let things unsaid.
I'm fine.
You say that, but you've barely spoken all day, have been pissed off, and then ran straight up to your room without even touching a sip of alcohol. You're not fine.
I got blasted.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
Why do you apologize? You can't say anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Really? Perhaps that's just how I process.
Not the king of processing emotions or things, but
Good for you.
Your guys' mic is cutting off some of what you're saying. You guys are a little too quiet.
Okay.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yep. Should be.
Okay. Sweet.
But anyways, I just didn't want to sleep without at least saying something.
Good job. I suppose. Thank you.
I did it for you, but I did it for Belden.
I'll tell him.
We both know he's a little bit more of the timid type.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
See, that's the kind of sarcasm I was hoping for.
Just say you've grown on me.
Also, don't tell Belden, but I snuck one of those mugs up for you.
What, did you tell him you were done drinking?
Yes.
After another sip?
Yes.
And then you brought something up for me, so technically you're not still drinking.
I drank part of it, I'm sorry.
Ah, there it is.
It is really tasty, though. I'm sure, right. None of my fur got on the inside.
Thank you. Good night, Rico.
Good night.
Don't stand outside my door. Go now.
Wasn't thinking about it. I'm exhausted.
So
You
I'm not Badger.
You tend to stand for a little bit when you're tipsy.
I don't remember.
Exactly. Go to bed.
They go back to bed.
So, as sleep finally takes you all, you can all take a long rest. And that is where we are
Yes.
going to take our break. So, for player reference, be back at about 6:40, and we will pick up right there. 15-minute break. We'll see you all in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. So, each of you take a long rest.
Yeah. 3.
And as you wake up the next morning, your wounds healed, fully restored, spell slots back, and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
During the night, or probably actually in the morning, I wake up a little bit earlier and spend some time brewing together some of my potions, my potion materials. I got 4 points, so I made 2 potions.
Which ones?
I made the potion of healing superior and 1 alchemist fire.
Nice.
Nice.
Right. So I would say the other two, you two wake up and can exit your rooms as Rakos is finishing bottling the alchemist fire and packing up his alchemist supplies.
Mm-hmm. Ghost is up early for once. I can imagine Rikos has just barely started his alchemy potion making, and Ghost walks out of her room just
He's like one eyebrow raised, like noticing it but not saying anything, just working on his potions.
and she'll just go out on the balcony. Enjoy the fresh morning air.
I'll be the last to wake up.
That's something you haven't said before. Welcome to the new world.
I don't like it. I'm scared.
I won't say it's because her boyfriend told her, hey, it's probably a good idea to wake up earlier. I won't say it.
Because that's not the reason.
Definitely not.
Oh, Ghost. I gotta be honest, I don't remember everything I said last night, but did I tell you about the pipeworks?
No.
Oh.
And I just like open the door, come out of my room. Yeah, we've got an appointment this morning.
So it's a good thing you woke up early.
And she'll just come in and she'll walk forward and she'll just put one hand on Veldon's shoulder, look him in the eyes and say, I'm not mad at you.
He just visibly flinches. Thank you.
There's a burn in the shape of her hand.
No, but he can feel the strong grip of her non-flesh and blood hand. And she'll just give him 2 pats on his shoulder and then go sit on the couch.
Just this sigh of relief. So we're gonna need you to act like a noble lady today.
Act like one. Now I might be mad at you.
No, Tulip actually offered a trade in favors. She would get us down inside of the pipeworks, and in turn, we would offer her a favor of equal or lesser value.
You don't know what you're getting into.
That's why I said equal or lesser.
Uh-huh. Did you say by your definition or hers?
I don't remember.
Have fun.
Oh no, you're tied to it as well. It's kind of a group thing.
I know I'll be having fun, but you have fun.
But yes, part of the favor is she has a connection with someone who runs or is higher up inside of the internal plumbing within the city, and there is some auditing or what is it?
Inspections, and she'll let us go down, and she's got us IDs and everything, but we have to create a better backstory, which is probably me going in as an investor and you guys being my security, right?
Did you talk to her?
No,
Oh,
but I know her very well.
well, it would seem so.
And I know our dynamic very well.
Well, it worked very well in Eritrea, so I figured, don't fix what's not broken.
That's why I assumed that's what she would say. Well, I got it right on the first try. I've still got it. I'm okay with this plan.
Did she have Ivor down there listening to us?
No,
I think so.
he was technically dead. So. Dead. So no, I didn't have him down there.
You just hear from an invisible space behind your head, Belden. I'm always watching. I know your every move and thought.
Oh yeah, what am I thinking right now?
I know. Why don't you tell me?
That's what I thought.
Do you know what you're thinking right now?
Fair point. Let's get some breakfast.
So, given the suite, food is brought up to you. Very nice gourmet spread.
Yeah.
Eggs, bacon, sausage, muffins, toast, the whole thing.
She knows I like it savory.
With all these
Yes.
different sauces and everything.
Delicious. Delicious. Give me 14 of
I realized I forgot to ask the courier yesterday how long it would take for the mail to be delivered to Eritrude. There's a good chance we're going to arrive to North Peak, and we won't have our horses.
We've walked before.
Fair. But it's going to be much colder and even thicker snow up there.
It's not that bad.
Something tells me you're wrong.
Something tells me you don't believe me.
Yes, it's me right now.
Yeah.
Once we've gotten past
I thought we were stating the obvious.
when we know we're going to be on dry land for some time, it'd be nice if we could get ourselves a wagon and some horses.
Well, we have some. They're actually in Eritrude, but we left them there.
Yeah, you haven't had a chance to ride in the wagon yet. That's right.
Yes, we've had some this whole time.
You haven't had the canonical rag and wide. Oh my gosh. Rag and ride.
The canonical
Audio
rag
dyslexia.
Well, I'd love to build this mounted ballista at some point that I've got schematics for.
Yes, we have 2 horses, Redmond and Reaver.
The red one is Reaver, and the not red one is Redmond.
It's like Iceland and Greenland.
I remember that detail.
Yep.
I need to just go through both campaigns because I I've been writing down all my notes in different areas based on just what I have. I have some written on this in this notebook that's right next to me. I have some on my drive. I have some on the D-Fourtress drive. All that kind of stuff. I just need to consolidate everything
Yeah,
into
you need
one.
to get
Just go
organized.
through.
I feel like
yeah.
that's like all DMs ever.
Yeah.
As many notes as possible all over the place.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
kidding. I don't take any notes. I just memorize everything. Jimmy
Ooh.
Neutron style. Just kidding. Right. Yeah, so
If you did that, I'd be forced to call you a masochist.
I play Dark Souls. I am a masochist. Anyway,
Oh.
anyway, so as you guys are finishing up breakfast, Ivor helping himself as well. You just see
Dub.
chunks of food disappearing.
Balder's just gonna like swat away. We got ghosts.
Ow, motherfucker! Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if you guys could tell when you guys are picking up your orders, I was fiercely looking through my notes. What's the wizard's name again? What's the shopkeeper's name? And I couldn't find any of my notes. I'm like, I need to organize.
That's why I called him the wizard, and then I called the other one the jewelsmith,
Yeah.
and the other one Christy, because I will never forget her name.
I don't know. It sounds like you have some favoritism.
Christy Malboro? No, I don't have a favorite.
As a dungeon
You know
master,
her last name.
as a dungeon master, I love all my NPCs equally. Just kidding. No, that's never a
No.
thing.
Almrin is his favorite.
See Erica at the top of Erica's head.
No.
She's like,
She's grabbing
I don't
snack.
think so, huh? Yeah.
But so breakfast is finished. Eventually, a room service comes and starts clearing out the plates and cleaning up all the messes and whatnot. And-
dog.
And as yes, as they do, Ivor drops his invisibility and everything, just like, well, do I need to come with you?
But I think it's not a bad idea.
You're not leaving my side.
I feel like it's safe to assume that that bird was directly related to that puppeteer man.
Oh, it's probably familiar, one of his puppets.
Mhm.
But, I mean, right. And just so you would know, this Ghost, is having a familiar is entirely legal. So it'll draw attention having an imp on your shoulder, but you won't like get in trouble for it.
You
Right.
won't have an imp. She'll
Yeah.
have a raven. Durr. No.
All right, fine. And he transforms into the raven.
Look, you can change into the other ones if you want to.
And it like, and the raven's head turns and it opens, but you hear his actual voice come out of it. He's just like, I actually like this film. I'm like some sort of ill omen. It's
Exactly.
badass.
Exactly. That's why I chose it. You look very intimidating.
Always do.
I'm gonna
Huh?
just like nudge Dracos. You ever taste raven? It's a lot like chicken.
If you say so, I feel like that one might be a bit gamey.
And he's just like, excuse you, I'll have you know, I've been included in at least 3 recipes in the hells.
Probably not a good idea to tell them that. Might tempt them.
I know what I'm worth.
I know
and
you know,
and he like mount.
I know as well.
He perches up on your shoulder like normal.
She'll just do the little head scratch, like the. I know you know your worth, and I know your worth, but we don't want them to know.
I want.
It'll keep them guessing. They'll
right.
underestimate you.
I was never cooked in any dishes.
Nice recovery.
Oh, I believe you.
Right. So, you heading out, or do you want to try anything before you leave?
She would just dress in something a little fancier. One of her dresses now instead of her pants.
Alrighty.
She's a noble woman. She needs style.
Right. And it is luckily for you, statistically that changes nothing for you.
Yeah.
All right, so what is this?
I just wanted to add that detail.
Yeah, so what does this dress look like, just so we know?
Ooh. See, the thing about that is, it looks very nice. It's more of a modest dress in terms of, extravagance. But that's because she knows no good noble woman out here would dress so fancy going into pipes. She wouldn't want to ruin her good dresses. So it's a more simple gown, but it is finely made. It's black with, just like some lighter gray filigree, just like kind of subtly decorating it with finery. Maybe with like a tree pattern, like up the skirt, and the branches like branch out along the dress.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm guessing you two just don your armor.
Yep.
Yep.
Fits for
It
every
kinda looks
occasion.
scary. Yeah.
Okay. I would say on your way out, Tulip would have one of the servers hand you a little note giving you directions to his office. To Isaac's office.
Perfect. Not that we need it. We need it.
Right. So, you step out into the humid and warm streets, warm because of the artificial steam has been coming up. Several of the you walk through kind of a little bit outside the market area, just a few blocks. And then it seems you're going into more municipal government kind of buildings here and there. You're seeing things of like a tax office, certain things of like certain maintenance things, like a road maintenance office, sanitation department, kind of more government buildings. And they're not drab or anything. They're well maintained and stuff, but they're just not eye-catching. They don't need to be. But as you are, as you're making your way through, you follow the directions and you see this large building of city maintenance. And this is and basically, as you look, you see all these different offices that it's not like you go inside and there's a bunch of offices inside. It's almost like a duplex kind of a thing. Where it's all the offices are accessed from the outside. And you see this plaque of all these different names and things where it's just like head of head of the gas lines, head of electrical lines, all that kind of stuff. These are like the inspectors and the people that make sure everything's up to code and not dangerous and everything. And you eventually find Isaac Freemanson. And you notice he's kind of tucked all the way at the back corner of the building. But he is head of Steamworks.
Head all the way down to the back of the building.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like his office was kind of just stapled on a little bit, built as an afterthought. And
Oh.
Knock on the door.
and you just hear, oh, hold on. Come in.
Do you? And then I'll open the door to let Ghost and Belden in.
After me, there could be something dangerous inside.
All right, Belden, you
And-
go first.
All right, I'll just waltz in.
And as you walk in, you see this small office. It's probably just like a 5 foot by 10 foot little space.
Mhm.
Just like, and it looks like he's like grabbing a bunch of papers and things and folders and files, packing them into a briefcase. This middle-aged halfling man seemed to have a bald head and a very well-kept, well-groomed beard, dark circles under his eyes, kind of tanned skin, and just a big old set of freckles. He's just like, right, hello, what can I do for you?
We're here for an inspection.
Oh, right, Tulip sent you, did she?
That's right.
All right, all right. So, right, I can get you some visitors passes. I've got them ready for you, but what's the cover story? Because security will let me in, no questions asked, but I can't just waltz in with anybody. I have to give them plausible, story. Can't just hand these visitor passes out.
This is a weakness. I, as a player, don't know how to plan things, okay? She'd be able to.
She's a potential investor for the work you do here, and we're her security detail.
Yeah, that should be good enough. They always, city's always looking for people to invest in. The city works, helps things functions, and that way they can lower taxes and get voted back into office. So that's a pretty, that's a serviceable enough story. All right. Well, once we're in there, just make sure that you're not wandering off too far from me. For the most part, and then just make sure you don't enter or exit the facilities without me. Otherwise, you will be stopped by security. Inside, security is a bit lighter, mostly because of hazardous conditions, and the workers were kind of complaining about having people breathe down their necks constantly. So, and in their words, they could handle security on their own. Trust me, don't pick a fight with those fellas down there. They know how to throw a punch.
Planning on it.
So, what you heading down there for?
We have business.
Ah, secretive. All right. Just figured I'd ask. Well, Inspection is about to take is bound to take the majority of the day, so I mean, you'll have plenty of time down there. Just make sure you don't go into any restricted areas without me or somebody else accompanying you. But yeah, that's about the gist of it. And oh yes,
Can you get us access to the elemental? The fire elemental.
oh, you want to go that deep? I mean, I'll have to ask permission. I may be in charge of the inspections and making sure everything's up to code, but actually running the cruise is, well, I mean, she's basically the superintendent. Not superintendent. What's the name? What's the name of it? It's like something that you'd use in like a contractor.
Superintendent works.
Superintendent. Yeah. But the word's right on the tip of my tongue. It's like, I don't want to say it's super contractor, but it's something of that. Something in that thing. That's going to bug me.
Yeah, superintendent is the right word. Person
Okay.
who manages or superintends an organization or activity.
Okay. I thought
Yeah,
that was
you
for
got it right.
I thought that was for education specifically.
Nope.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, she'll I mean, if you won't talk to her, that's up to her. I mean, she lives down there, so it'll be up to you.
And you said she runs it.
Yeah, she's she's kind of the boss. She's the boss down there. In fact, it was her idea to set up the steamworks in the first place. They've been running since the first, at least. I think she had the idea to set it up. I mean, maybe 2-3 years after the city was founded.
Interesting. Now, how long has the city been founded?
Oh, a few centuries at least.
Oh, she's been here a while. Got it.
Oh yeah, she's old.
That's
But
perfect.
here's your visitors passes, and he hands you these little metal tablets, that just say VIP, Steamwork VIP. Right. Well, we'll be off because, despite Tulip cashing in a favor for this, still got a job to do. Still got to run my inspections, make sure everything's up and going. So he takes you through these, just past some streets here and there, until eventually it comes to this like nondescript, just standard concrete building. And he pulls out a key, unlocks the door, opens it, and it immediately is a set of stairs that go down onto a platform and into a tunnel. And about probably about like 5 feet into that tunnel, the tunnel opens up and it looks like a security checkpoint. You see some armed guards. Armed guards are there. and you see some gentlemen coming out with toolboxes and stuff. They've got passes and everything. They give a little wave to Isaac, to which he waves back. I don't want to find like a.
Just put on some battle music as I bash one's head in.
So, as you go, he walks up to the security checkpoint, holds up his pass, just like, right, you know the drill. I'm here for the inspection. And what about these three? There's some more potential investors. Well, a potential investor and called security detail. And he kind of looks. Between you guys. And he looks at you. The security guy looks at you, Rakos, and just like. I cannot permit you to enter with weaponry. It is a safety concern for both the equipment and personnel. So if you would be so kind as to leave your weaponry here at the checkpoint with me, and I will return it to you.
That's fine. Behind him is the mall.
Perfect. Do you have your other weapons on you as well?
Do I? Yes, I also have my glaive of silver, the compacted one. And a couple hand axes.
So he just like, and
Right.
oh.
Pull it out. Put it in. Pull it out.
I've
put it
got
in.
a dagger and a light crossbow.
Yes,
So
if you
I'll
could.
leave those with him.
Yes, and luckily your gauntlets don't really register
Yep.
as that.
A weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm my own weapon. But I do have some weapons, I think. Let's see.
You got a staff
I do have the staff, so I'll put the staff down
and dagger.
and my dagger. But that's it. That's all I have equipped.
No, we have done and he turns back to Isaac. We have done our pre-inspection sweep. There are no new tunnels, so no subterranean monsters have made their way in. Not since that incident 2 weeks ago.
Only 2 weeks ago?
And Isaac kind of goes just like, yeah, like 3 or 4 times a month we'll get some sort of creature that manages to worm its way in, or given the activity down there, some elemental energy will build up, and basically we gotta hire either some of the town guard or some mercenaries to go in and clear it out occasionally. It's just
Well, I mean,
part of the job.
why pay for that if, well, let me phrase it this way. My job is here to protect her. Obviously, I don't need the weapons, but would make it an easier time. Obviously, I have no desire to do any harm or anything in here, or just tagging along, and I wish to protect her. If we come across something, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone, literally, and let me bring this in and I'll take care of it for you for free, because my job is already paid for by her.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, because that's a really good argument.
It is a really good argument.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Oh,
2 nat 20s!
oh, 2 nat
I got
20s.
2 nat 20s!
And he kind of goes, they kind of like, the 2 guards kind of look at each other, and he's just like, he looks at the other guy that hasn't said anything, and he's just like, I mean, he's got a point. Just be Yeah, fine. You may take your equipment in with you. Just be very careful not to damage the pipe infrastructure if something does happen, because
I'll
it
make
is
I'll make every due diligence to avoid it. If
Yes.
something were to happen.
yes, and of course, if the pipe gets damaged, that means, boiling hot water that sprays onto you and everyone around you as well. So
So in other words, it's in our best interest as well.
exactly. But
Perfect.
you seem capable. Uh, and yeah, and it's just like, right. So, can we enter then? Oh, yes. Here we go. And you see he turns this valve, and the door just kind of almost like a vault door. All right, you may enter.
And I assume they let us give all of our stuff, including theirs as well, or just me.
Yeah, they would let all of you keep it, because like you said, that's a really good argument.
Nice. I think Ghost has adopted just walking with the staff now. As a little homage.
Now you're gonna be like, "Go stick, go!" and just throw a stick, and it's just gonna land on the ground.
Unwind.
All right, that's a little too intense. So
these pipe
enter.
systems. I'm imagining it kind of like Resident Evil 8 with Heisenberg.
That's a little bit, yeah. It's like dark, but there's these orange electrical lights every couple of feet, so it is lit enough that you can see see pretty much everything.
Mood lighting for real.
Right. So you enter into this place, and you see Isaac kind of leads the way, and this place is a bit of a maze. You see Isaac is holding up a map, going through. He's occasionally stopping in. You'll occasionally see workers working on certain things, tightening screws, tightening valves. There's different pressure gauge meters under there. And Isaac is making notes as you progress through. There we go. This one's a bit more fitting. And you're just walking along these metal paths. Occasionally, you'll go through a tunnel carved of stone with metal walkways integrating to keep it level, as it kind of transitioned to smooth metal tunnels and open caves here and there. And occasionally you'll see the natural underground hot springs with large, like we're talking huge, metal apparatuses that are pumping through. You'll see underwater, steaming waterfalls and everything, and just the smell, that sulfurous smell, just perforates the whole thing.
I know that smell.
Yep.
It was quite amazing that they started designing this several hundred years ago.
Innovation.
And so yeah, so as you're walking through, you notice a lot of these more inner tunnels are getting taller and taller. So Reikos, you're having an easier time standing up straight and everything.
Weldon and I never had a problem. What are you talking about?
But eventually come across this underground, this open area underground, and it seems to be partially a naturally forming cave with some metal structures kind of built into it. And you see this open area of a bunch of these workers and stuff that seem to be on break. They're sitting around at tables. Some of them are playing cards. They're eating. They're drinking. And this natural cavern seems to be the recreation area for the workers that aren't quite off the clock yet. And kind of at the back of this cavern, you see this large metal door. Well, this is the recreation area. This is where the workers sleep while they're still on coal and everything. They usually work in anywhere from they'll usually work a week on and then a week off. They'll spend a week down here just on coal, and then they'll get to spend a week at their home. So they've got some living quarters over there and all that stuff. But you'll find the superintendent usually through that door if she's not off somewhere. Fixing a problem. She's either through there or at the main hub of the pipeworks, which main hub is about a quarter of a mile down that way. If you need, any one of these fine folks can show it to you. But just make sure you don't go through any of the restricted areas, alright? If you need me, I'll be around. Send someone to come look for me. These folks know this place like the back of their hand.
Now, what about what we asked about earlier?
What do you mean?
About the elemental.
The superintendent.
Yes.
I-
Oh, right. That's right.
I just told you.
Right. It's just, it's still,
Early.
well, no, it's baffling me that, she's been in charge all this time. And just, my mind, I'm having a hard time putting the two together. I apologize.
It's good it's her job.
Well, she has the experience for it. Yeah. I'll be back here in about, let's say, 9 hours. And he then goes and continues walking down the path that you were following along without turning into the recreation area.
Well, shoot.
Well, we have about 9 hours to kill. What should we do?
I would imagine we first go to what you wanted to do in the first place. We should check her office first. If she's not there, we can go to everywhere else he told us we could find her.
All right. Well, lead the way.
Right over there.
I know, but it would look weird if I was leading.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't
All
think
right.
so. As her security detail, we need to make sure we're not putting her in any unsafe situations.
He's got
So I'll
potential.
just walk forward.
I'll be slightly behind.
And kind of as you're walking by, you'll notice like a couple of the from some of the workers there. You'll get a few whistles and catcalls, Ghost.
Yeah, she's owning it. She's working it.
And with that, right after, like, one of them calls you, and then you just hear this gruff voice. She's just like, "Mate, shut up and play your hand. Don't." he's like calling out, just like, "Don't think just because a pretty lady walked in here, you'll get out of losing. I'm watching you like a bloody hawk."
That's great.
And he's just got his cards. They're playing Queen's Wager.
Nice. And she'll look at the guy who called her. She'll be like, "Listen to him. He knows what he's talking about."
Oh no!
They lower.
He does, and he's like, "Oh, okay," and he wagers lower, and then you hear him lose.
It's
like, come on!
Just smug grin from Ghost.
Yeah. You just hear the of the other guy laughing, and notice you're getting like a lot of weird looks and everything, but it's not like they haven't seen something like this before. It's just a pretty rare occasion, and you see most of the workers just kind of try to pretend that you're not there because they don't want to get in trouble or piss off the top brass or anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is fun. Knock, knock, knocking on the door.
As you knock, it's got this loud boom, boom,
Oh god.
boom.
Oh, I hate that though.
This is a big door.
Yeah, if it were me, I'd be cringing so bad at how much sound it makes. Don't look at me, anybody. I'm not here.
And with that, the room kind of goes a little bit quiet
Oh.
as they all just kind of stop and all the workers just kind of stop and look. You notice they like share glances. Somebody go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Thanks, I hate
I'll
it
do it.
so much. Well, what's your score? Oh, same as mine. Cool.
12.
Yeah, I would have gotten it. I got a dirty 20.
Ghost looking around at the workers. It's an overwhelming feeling of just like, oh, they chose the wrong time. And you see some of them get up, walk into their quarters, close the door behind them.
This is my worst nightmare. Ghost is fine, but I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
You see the large, what looks like a valve, but it's repurposed as a door handle.
I love that.
And this door handle is tall enough that Reiko's, you'd have to reach up to turn it. And it and opens, and you just see this large, like this towering figure of this towering figure of just packed of ash with just like ash making up the majority of the physical structure, with just molten flames roiling out. Seems to be a tall, muscular, feminine figure. and just like the you see the face going pulled back into this hair that goes down the back before going up again in tendrils of flame.
Got it.
This
Perfect
is
description.
this is my free time. And she kind of looks out over the top of you. Did none of you think to stop them? I told you I am busy. This sorry, boss. It's just they're VIP. Just like I don't give a shit. Ugh. What do you want?
In giant, I'm gonna say, we're here on orders of your brother, Temis. You must be Seema.
Get inside.
Ghost
And-
quietly translating for Belden.
And as you enter in, she slams the door shut behind you, turns the valve, and you notice this is a large room. And a lot of it is very workshop-y. You see scrap metals, all this stuff, a bunch of like prototype, strange mechanical things with valves and stuff everywhere, as well as some heat-resistant sleeping arrangements off to one side. And she goes over, walks over to one of her workbenches and just leans back slightly, sitting on it. Speak.
So you are Seema, right?
That is correct.
He kind of like smiles at the two of you. All right. Long story short, there was a bit of an elemental outbreak over at Eritrude, and while we were dealing with it and the chaos that was ensuing, we met your brother. And after dealing with the chaos, he said to seek out his siblings because a seal was breaking, and a Tarask, whatever the hell that is going to wake up unless the seal is taken care of. And I figured while we were traveling, I would just be keeping an ear out. I have a little note here of all of the siblings' names, and I said I would keep out for it. And when they mentioned a very large sentient fire elemental, I put two and two together.
Timus. Yea. Seems that he was the last one to wake up. Well, that seems like a problem. Good luck with it.
Do you not want to help?
The last time I helped with that thing, I was comatose for millennia. I have been awake for only several centuries now. I do not want to go back to that state.
I mean, your brother made it sound like the other option is much worse.
That is why I am over here and not over there.
But what if the problem over there decides to come over here?
Then I move.
And then what if it decides to go over there?
Then I move again.
And then over there again? There's only so many places you can move to.
Well, someone else will figure it out and hopefully kill the beast this time.
Well, you obviously seem capable. Perhaps you could help kill it?
Couldn't kill
Also,
it.
what even is a Tarask? Your brother gave us some vague descriptions, but it was more akin to storytelling than actual details. Conceptual.
This thing... It is a large reptilian creature. A massive predator. It kills indiscriminately. Some delusional mage thought it prudent to enhance its combat abilities as a weapon for himself. He basically... He gave a giant apex predator monster the power of elemental eruption. And so, my siblings and I came together and sacrificed most of our power to seal the thing away because we could not kill it. And we existed like that for a time until we could no longer function, and one by one we fell into a slumber, leaving our adventuring companions on their own. We all left, but Demos decided to stay to watch over the seal. I assume he was the last to wake up, as, well, his closest proximity probably meant the seal was siphoning power from him for quite a while.
Well, at least if nothing else, wouldn't you like to see your brother? If he's out and about and away from the seal. Obviously, he doesn't stray too far. He's still an Eretrude.
Probably playing the hero. Well, it may come as a shock, but the rest of us have ambitions. We have things that we want to do other than simply sacrificing ourselves for the greater good. What good did it do if it's waking up again?
Well, I mean, once again, I fall back on my earlier point. What's the point of seeking those ambitions if this apex predator doesn't allow you to grow them in the first place? One's a maybe, the other one is potentially a certainty, given your own account of how dangerous this thing is.
I have seen how fast the races of Auroran have advanced since my slumber. I have no doubt someone will come along that can vanquish the thing.
But what if that time isn't now?
She like stands up straight. And she leans down and kind of looks at you. I am not renewing that seal. If that is all you wish for me to do, then you can leave.
But if what if we helped you kill it? You and your siblings. Like you said, I'm not too fond of just sealing it away. I think it's better to just have the thing done, but if we're going to do it, it's going to need more than just a couple of people. You're not going to seal it, why not help us kill it? Then you'll never have to worry about it again.
And what of my responsibilities here? What if there is a meltdown here? There is enough pressure in these pipes to detonate this entire city. And I have the most experience here.
And yes, but I assume, given your time here as well, you also have capable hands who know what to do in case of the worst. It's not like you need to be on long. Look, I spent a large part of my life thinking about the what if, and it came back to bite me in the ass. Sometimes you just take that step and you go anyways.
You talk a lot. What about your companions? Are they on board with this?
I'm open to
Aye.
it.
Well, like you said, it is unwise to operate on what ifs. So if you can bring me something better than a what if you can't kill it, then maybe I might consider it.
You said yourself you couldn't kill it, so there is no what if. You can't kill it on your own. We need you just as much as you need us in order to kill it.
Adventure is always so infuriating. You're just like him. Well, what do you expect me to do? Huh? I am just an engineer. I make things. I tinker.
Like you said, what you've made has accumulated enough to blow up the entire city. What if you made something like that but portable? Or something as large as a city?
Do you realize the amount of time, resources, and infrastructure it took to build this? That area does not have naturally occurring tunnels like here.
Well, obviously not to this scale. Just an idea.
This place operates on natural occurring phenomena.
If worst comes to worst, we might have to evacuate the city and use it as the city-destroying city.
True. We can't kill it immediately, and it makes its way here. I should say when it eventually makes its way here.
Mm.
If it's survived this long sealed up and it's not dead by now, releasing it isn't going to kill it.
Oh no, those things live for a very long time. That thing was ancient even when I found it.
I mean, by your own words, whether it's now or it's later, it will become your problem. The difference is choosing to try and deal with it sooner rather than later alone.
How many deaths will it take for you to consider it important enough?
Look, I know the hand you're dealt sucks. It's a terrible hand. But it's the hand you're dealt anyways. And I'd rather not see my own home get destroyed. As I assume you wish to see the city not destroyed.
You notice on her the flames are getting brighter and hotter. She turns around and faces her one of her workbenches. This giant thing of solid steel. She raises her fist and plants it straight through it, cracking it in half like a foot of steel. And she just starts going into this swearing tirade in giant. As she just starts smacking some of her tools off of the table and stuff. And she's just like...
Goes translating to Belden.
Bleepity bleep 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 bleepity bleep. Your mother is a bleepity.
Exactly. She's saying it so matter-of-factly.
You're just like him. Fine, fine. But what do I get out of it? Huh?
I'm sure a Tarask as big as a city could allow some pretty good material as far as the scales go. And your home wouldn't be razed to the ground.
And like you said, he was infused with elemental ability, so who's to say that it can't be extracted? I mean, I know nothing magical, but that's why I said who's to say.
You notice she kind of like stops. Thanks. If I could extract an elemental core of certain magnitude, perhaps I could automate the systems here. And she's like more talking to herself.
And as a bonus, you can berate your brother.
Dich. He's immortal. I'd see him again anyway. Yeah. Fine. I will do what it is that you ask. But I refuse to get in a melee with that thing. I will help supply and set up, but I will not be included in the brawl that ensues.
I think some help is better than none.
Don't push it.
Your cooperation is appreciated. Greatly. Possibly worth changing.
Well, is there anything else you want from me? Besides this fool's errand?
I mean, in all honesty, I did want to see your work, your handiwork in the with all the pipes and systems down here. I do find it very fascinating. So, in all honesty, yes, I did wish to see that.
All right. I will take you to the main hub. And you see she goes and walks over, and you see she throws on these gloves. These solid gloves that seem to work as almost like reverse heat mittens for her, so she doesn't burn things she touches. She opens the door. This way. And she starts walking. And goes in, and you see some of the people are like shocked that you guys are, that she's leading you somewhere, and you guys didn't just get kicked out immediately.
Smug little hair toss.
And as she walks, she's like, "Oh, yeah, one moment." And she kind of kneels down to where those two guys are playing cards. Here you go. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out this thing that's almost like a little speck in between her fingers. Drops a thing of coin in front of one of them. That is what I owe you from last time. And he just, I think the guy's just like, "Thanks, boss." And he just slides gold towards him. Wanna play again? I do want the rematch.
Yes. You should play against that guy.
And so she leads you through these tunnels, which are just tall enough to fit her. You see that her flames going. Be careful not to touch the pipes directly. This close to the central location, it is incredibly hot. You will burn yourself.
Noted. I don't feel in these hands.
Doesn't mean you want them to get melted, though.
True. Kind of tempting, though.
Are you holding up, Belden?
Well, it's a bit hot down here, but feel right at home rather than up in the cold.
Right. This is, and she leads you to this massive room of different valves, pressure gauges, and everything. There's like 3 tiers to it, almost like a reverse pyramid. and there's a seat for her in the center. And you notice there's several dozen workers all going around taking notes. You see Isaac is there doing his inspection and everything. And as she sits down, a lot of it is within arm's reach of her.
Nice.
Almost like a captain's chair. And just like, well, you see, each of these are a main pipeline with all the sub-pipelines in ascending order. So, you have main pipeline A, B, C, and D. And then you have A1, A2, A3, and then A1.1, A1.2, and so on and so forth. Each of these go to the city, spread out through the city, and we monitor the pressures to make sure they do not get too high or they do not get too low. But with each of these, and she kind of points out how they find where the leak is. There's a map of the whole city where the pipes go through, and almost like a diagram. So it's like, if pressure is low here, that means we know there's a leak here. If pressure is too high here, we got to vent it out this way. We got to find a way to vent it out from this line. And then
And Reiko's looks very obvious, like very impressed by it all.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come up with this? I mean, I know you've had several centuries to, I guess, build off of, but this is masterful work.
well, when I woke up, I decided to get an education. I went to the academy in Irensil. The old headmaster there taught me. And I still get sent certain graduates for them to apprentice under me once they graduate their courses through artificery and engineering.
Interesting. Well, needless to say, I imagine you've surpassed some, or all of, probably all of them by this point. I mean, this is so intricate. It's quite amazing.
It really
No.
is.
You would be surprised. You see, I have all the time in the world to do this. But have you heard what they've done down in Alabast? They use the steam that I use here for locomotion. That is true genius. They got ships that fly. They got ships that fly in the air now. There is no surpassing of one another. It is branching out into different uses and fields. One thing is not more beneficial than the other, but it is when these creations work together in society where the true genius is. Now, the most annoying thing, though, the opposite of genius, is bureaucrats. I hate them. And you notice at this point, she's cooled down from the conversation now that she's talking about her work and everything. But I have been attempting to use my use this steam power for certain other things. I like to tinker, and so I have made. I have attempted to make certain steam-powered weaponry, as well as try to make some steam power sort of steam power options for movement. The problem comes from the energy source used to make the steam. It is usually not portable. Usually has to be part of a large apparatus. And so, even one of my size, I have to lug around quite a bit of weight in order for my little passion projects to be of any use.
If we come across anything that fits the description of portable, well, I mean, like you were mumbling, if you were to extract that elemental power, perhaps you could use that in your portability.
Well, it was more to automate this system here, and she kind of goes. Sometimes we have to manually we have to lessen some pools and raise some others to be able to maintain a balance throughout the city. But it is quite difficult to do that manually. I was thinking more a perpetual balanced heat source that could basically regulate the temperature so it is a constant across these tunnels, rather than having cold and hot spots.
If we come across anything that fits that description of power source or whatnot for your things, I am actually a blacksmith by trade as well. I've grown up doing so. So if I find anything of which you describe, I can keep it aside for you.
Well, if you could consider this my payment for your request earlier. Any sort of technological apparatuses that you may find on your adventures, bring them to me. And that will be considered payment for my assisting you.
Right.
Well, if that is all, you may return to the recreation area and wait for Isaac to collect. And as she's saying that, you hear this like steam whistle. Where is it? Looks like it's at... Let's see. Oh dear. We've got a extreme temperature increase at let's see, looks like pool B3. All right. Is there anyone there for maintenance? And you see another guy flips through thing. No, there should be no one there right now. Good. Well. And you see she like cracks her knuckles. It seems that we might have riled something up once again. Right, and she like kind of goes and like stretches her arms. And Isaac just like, oh, Seema. What is it, Isaac? These fine folk offered to help clear out troubles like this for free. Did they know? She kind of looks down at you.
That I did.
Well, saves me from paying out workers' comp. All right. Let's go take care of it. And she starts walking this way. And you start following her through the tunnels.
Yay!
And that is where we are going to end it today.
Awesome.
Thank you all so much
Very
for tuning in, all the people who came into view, lurking or otherwise. Always appreciate that. And sometimes it's just nice having these nice just roleplay episodes where you're not on the verge of death, but get ready to roll
Yeah.
initiative first thing.
Ah, we just got out of a battle and we're back in the fray. We keep things interesting over here.
But before we get before we sign off for the night, thank you so much to everybody who tunes in and to all of our Twitch subscribers and everything. Mainly I know that they typically can't tune in, but want to do a huge shout out to Vampy Unicorn for being our first and longest Twitch subscriber. So yeah, huge shout out to them, as well as, let me roll a D4. Thank you to D-Fourtress and Brennan. I know that my demeanor was not the most friendly to the oddities, but to you, no, you are like family. So yes, you are more than welcome down into the underground with us anytime, as long as you wear proper PPE. I will not be paying out any liability insurance for you, but thank you. Also, huge thank you and shout out to Tabletop Audio for these incredible background audio tracks. Super generous of him to let us use this stuff. It is just so nice. It adds so much than us just playing in silence. It's makes it so much more immersive.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
And yeah, we will see you all next Wednesday. So hope you all have a fantastic night. See ya. Good night.